There's something inside that door.
Yep. Give her hell. Spitting a little bit. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is Uncle Buck. Today we're going to take a look at our newest project. It is this beautiful piece of junk, 1986 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. We'll do a quick little walk around, show you. Picked it up about a month ago. Came with a rag top. No longer has a rag top, and when we took it off, we discovered that there was a little bit of rust. We're going to get this all cleaned up, patched up. We're going to take this trim and everything off because we're not going to be putting a rag top back on here. We'll do a video on how to clean that up later. The car was in mostly decent shape. The rear brake lights are struggling a little bit. We got a friend of ours that's going to hook us up with some new ones, or at least some ones that aren't cracked. We have one mismatched wheel. Not really sure why. Another thing that was missing when we got it was one of the side mirrors. We have the side mirror, so a little super glue might fix that one up. We'll take a look at the inside. Inside's not in the best shape, not in the worst shape. Take a look under the hood. And we already made one attempt at a performance modification. This comes with the just woefully powered 307 Oldsmobile V8. This thing does 0 to 60 in about 3 to 5 business days. So we're going to yank that out. I'm going to show you what we're going to be putting into it. Here we got a 350 cubic inch small block Chevy. We're going to get some work done to it by Heinz Brothers up in Chapman, North Carolina, making about 450 horsepower. We're going to have Heinz Brothers replace all the valve springs. They're going to do a one-over on it. It's been sitting around for a little bit and it was getting beat up by my old band for a while. That's what's going to be replacing the 307. And then as for the transmission, this here, a turbo 350 transmission, 3-speed automatic, also was used in one of my dad's old cars. We're stealing some parts, but that's all right. I'm going to build on a budget. Let's take it for a ride and see how it does. Good start.
Come on, Uncle Buck. Oh. She lives. She's a smoky mess. Got your CO2 alarm in here so you don't pass out.
Doesn't work. Doesn't work.
Oh yeah. That's nice.
Mine drive like this.
She's also got the good old-fashioned dingleberry heaters. You also got your factory from 1984 Kenwood radio.
Got the hood off. First thing we did, went ahead and took the battery off, disconnected the terminals. Want to do that early on, so we can go ahead and drain the radiator, get that pulled out. We went ahead and took off the filter for the intake, so we can see this fine piece of engineering, this piece of 4-barrel carb.
So believe it or not, it was actually a huge pain in the ass trying to get the radiator drain plug undone. If you look down in there, if you can see it, yeah, where he's pointing. It's so close to the radiator support you can't even spin it, but I managed to move the radiator out of the way a little bit and get it undone. So we are jacking the front end up to drain the oil and the transmission fluid. You can see here that the transmission lines are integrated into the radiator. So that's going to have to be drained out. So right now we're just getting all these wires, gonna just kind of put them up on the windshield here, up and out of the way. And then we're going underneath the car. And we're gonna chop out this exhaust. And then we should be ready to pull the motor out. Stay tuned.
So, we got everything taken off the motor, shifter cables unplugged, drive shafts out. I think we're about ready to go. We've got the transmission supported with a jack. We're going to take the cross member off down there and the transmission mount, and then get the motor mounts off. We're going to get everything hooked up first onto the motor. We're going to put one bolt right here, where one of the accessories were driven off of, and then we're going to put the other bolt in the back. We took off one of the bell housing bolts. We're going to attach it there. I'll go show up later. Just sitting on the tire. It's fine. You can call them blister. Shows about all the work's done. Alright, so we got the motor out. As you can see, after we did that, we went ahead and took the transmission off. We got it up on an engine stand. In our next video, we're going to be taking it apart and seeing what all the internals look like, seeing why it makes such little horsepower. The process itself wasn't too bad. Really no big hiccups. We made a bit of a mess taking some of the parts out. The next step we're going to have is we need to figure out what we're going to do with all this wiring. I don't think we're going to need very much of it at all. So we're going to get rid of that. We have a plate that we're going to put in. We're going to take this whole piece out right here, and we're going to have a plate to put in there. Some other things we've done so far off camera. I took some more of the AC stuff off, some of the piping. I took a pressure washer to the engine bay and some degreaser to clean some stuff up. We did cut some lines down here, so we'll have to fix that at some point too. Other than that, it was a pretty easy, successful removal. And we're ready to get the new engine back. It should be back here in the next couple weeks. Another thing we have coming soon, which I'm excited about, is a Ford 9-inch rear end with some pretty aggressive gearing for the back. So yeah, we should be hopefully ready to go by spring.